Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Amy. Welcome back to my channel. Well, welcome for the first time. I'm a first-time mommy. I do a little bit about vlogs. I do a little bit of everything else. A lot of baby stuff because of course I'm pregnant and I'm almost due. This baby's almost here. We're literally just waiting on the big day. But thank you so much for stopping by and I hope you enjoy my content. So let's go ahead and get started. I actually have a big headache right now. But I had to do this video because this is so past due. I took my blood pressure already. I don't know why my headache is. I think I need to wear my glasses, but I was not gonna wear my glasses in this video. Normally whenever I get headaches that don't go away like that, it's because of my glasses, like if I'm using my phone way too much or anything like that. But after this video I will definitely wear my glasses and hopefully it'll get better. So this video is, as you can see at the title, is the Instagram Q&A that I asked you guys to send me questions about through my Instagram page. If you are new here, I'm gonna leave my Instagram link down below here so that you guys can go ahead and follow me. I do a lot of stories and I don't post as often, but I definitely do a lot of stories. So the questions that what I asked you guys to ask me about was like marriage, like baby, like just like a variety of things. And I do have the screenshot of all the questions that you guys asked me. Not a lot of you asked me a lot of things, but I'm gonna try to answer a little bit, like for my answers to be a little bit longer, because not a lot of you asked a lot of questions, and that's okay. My last Q&A was with my husband, Ernest. He's not here today, so I didn't want to include him in this Q&A. Sorry, babe. But because this is just something that I wanted to do myself. I'm not really interested in his opinions about this one. So this one is just gonna be myself. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first question is, how did you find out you were pregnant and what was your reaction? So the way that I found out that I was pregnant, we had already been trying because like I mentioned before, I mentioned it a lot in my Instagram whenever I was going through it. I actually did go through a miscarriage back in April. The first day of April I had a miscarriage, and after that we had already told our most like close family, and so the way that our family reacted to it, we seen their reaction and it was like surprising. It was like, wow, like is it really time for us to have a baby? And we were already moving into our first home as well, so we were like, I always told Ernest that I wanted to have a baby once we moved into our home, maybe like a year into our house, and then I wanted to have a baby because, you know, like we've been living together for like 4 years around there already. So, but it wasn't in our own home. So I really wanted to have a baby already, and after our miscarriage I know that I was gonna be like very fertile. Like I just knew it, and we both agreed on, like it was something that we both agreed on, that we wanted to try for a baby. So we went ahead and tried, and of course, you know, within the month, it was the month of May that we were really trying because I had to give my body time to recover from the miscarriage and all of that stuff. So after that, in the month of May, we were trying, and I was basically like taking pregnancy tests because I knew like the window when I was ovulating, and then when I stopped ovulating, I kind of went ahead and took pregnancy tests like back to back every single day. A whole bunch of them came up negative, and we thought that we just had to try again. But then on May 25th, I took one. Ernest wasn't here. I took one and it came back very faint. All the other tests though were straight up negative. Like there was no line at all, you couldn't see anything at all. But this one was very, very faint, and that's how we found out. So I called Ernest, and of course, from everything that we had been through in the past with the miscarriage, I called him, and I was like so nervous. I remember I was pacing back and forth from the living room, from the dining room to our room. I was like pacing, and he was like, are you sure? Like, send me a picture. So I sent him a picture. He was at work. So I sent him a picture, and we just started getting excited from there. I think that same exact day, I called my OBGYN, the one that had dealt with me with the miscarriage, and I told him that I was pregnant. Like, I had just gotten my faint line, and they told me, okay, we're gonna go ahead and schedule you an appointment. So we went ahead and scheduled the appointment, and I went in when I was like around 7-8 weeks, and I was pregnant. So that's how I found out how I was pregnant. The next question is, what is your favorite thing about being married and your least favorite thing about being married? My favorite thing about being married is basically my husband is my best friend. I can talk to him, I can tell him whatever I want. It's actually really great having that type of bond and having that type of person that, you know, that you live with. He's literally like my best friend. Like, I tell him everything. He knows when I'm sad, he knows when I'm mad, he knows when I'm bothered. He just knows me. And it's kind of like the same way with him. I know him really well. And we come to, you know, we do things together, like things that we enjoy. Really, that's just a big one, like having a best friend. And I feel like that's such a big thing, because if you don't feel like your husband or your boyfriend is your friend, I don't know how you can really be like really attached and close to them. So that is one really big thing, and that's my favorite thing. I consider him my best friend and my husband and basically my other half. Like, I never thought I would say this, but that's really just how it is. And my least thing about being married is just when we don't come to conclusions, like miscommunication, not communicating well, arguing for something super simple, you know, like things like that, and just coming to disagreements. That's my least favorite thing about being married. And as in household type of thing, like actually living inside a house with your husband, what I don't like so much about it is that, like, you're used to doing one thing and then they come along and they do something else and they just throw you off. And like, I don't know if I have mentioned in a previous video, but I hate being thrown off. I hate being thrown off. Like, if something is supposed to be this way, I would really want it to stay that way or be that way, and that's just how I am. So if it's thrown off, I get bothered, bugged, like my whole day is off. So next question is, how many kids do you want? We've been talking a lot about this. I want 2 to 3 kids. However, if our next baby is a boy, we're just gonna go ahead and stop there. But never say never, because I don't know if I'm gonna want another one. But if next time we have another girl, then we'll definitely keep trying for the boy. So I don't know, 2 to 3. I know I will not go past 3. I will not go past 3. Like, that's just my limit. I guess because I come from a family where it's just 3 of us, like 2 brothers and me and myself. Like, it's 3 kids, and Ernest is just, his parents have 2 kids. So I don't know, we're just staying within the 2 to 3 range right now. The next question is, how do you keep the romance alive? So I seen this question and I was like, oh, this is gonna be a great one. As in romance, right now, because I've been pregnant and like so moody and just like bitchy all the time, it's really hard There are times where there's arguments, constantly bumping heads, and it's all because one day I'll have one mood, the next day I'll have another mood. Like, it's just this bipolar thing going on. But the way that we actually keep our romance alive is just honestly being ourselves. And a lot of the times we don't constantly, like, we're young, we don't constantly spend time here at the house. Like, we do, but we kind of don't. Like, every single Friday it's our dinner time, like it's our dinner date. So we'll usually go to dinner, you know, and we don't eat inside the house. Like, we'll just go out to dinner, whichever place that we want to go out to dinner to, and then we come back home, or we'll go to dinner and then we'll go to a movies, and then we come back home. What we do a lot is him and I will like look for a Netflix series, and we'll start watching a Netflix series, and every single night, like, we wait for each other to watch that Netflix series. But right now I'm kind of slacking off because I've been watching Parenthood without him, and when he gets home he's like super pissed. But other than that, respect is like, I feel like it's the biggest thing, because once respect is gone, there's just nothing to look forward to anymore. There's just nothing. And sometimes it's hard, don't get me wrong, sometimes it's really, really hard. We play around a lot, I'm not gonna say we're the perfect couple. We cuss at each other, we play around cussing at each other, we call each other names, and then that's just what makes me happy, and that's what makes him happy. So every relationship is different. We're young, we're not old people, we're young, so we just try to keep the, you know, the love kind of young, I guess. So the next question is, how are you feeling? And I'm gonna leave down the link below or up here for you to watch of how I'm feeling right now. That video went up yesterday, so you'll be watching it before this one. That video has gone up before this one, and I'm exhausted. I'm ready to have this baby. I did not know that the last weeks were really, really, really bad. My swelling doesn't go down. I'm out of breath constantly. My hips are so fragile, and I'm just ready. I'm ready to meet her. I'm ready for her to be here already. I'm excited. I can actually say that I'm ready now. I used to say, people used to ask me, are you ready? And I would say, no, I'm scared. But now I can actually say that I just want her here. I don't care what type of way she comes, C-section, vaginal birth. And I know a lot of you say C-section is such a long recover, but if it comes down to that, as long as my baby is healthy, that's just what makes me happy. Everything else, my health, my recovery, comes after her. So I'm just waiting on her, and I really, really hope that she comes soon enough. Next question is, are there any changes you're making to have a better future? Anything you want to change? Yes. When 2019 started, I was a little skeptical about it. I was like, you know what, this is a new year, like, this is definitely just the same old crap. But now that I'm gonna have a baby and all that stuff, I have been doing YouTube for 2 years now, and I feel like YouTube has been the only thing that I have ever tried besides Herbalife. It works. All these things that I have tried, YouTube has been like the one that I've stick to the most and the longest, because I feel myself, and you guys like that. You guys appreciate that, and you guys are so supportive. Like, social media could be such a bad place, and a lot of the times you all are so supportive of me just putting myself out here. A lot of people can't do this. A lot of people can't put their lives out there, and it makes me feel so successful. Like, when I upload a video, when a video goes up on my channel, or when I film, or when I edit, that is work. Like, a lot of people don't know how to, no offense, but a lot of people, editing is tricky. A lot of people don't know how to edit. It's things that I have learned with time all by myself. The equipment that you use, you need to look for the things that will make your videos good. And right now I may be at a stage where my videos are not the best, but maybe in like another year or 2 years, like I change everything completely. I get a bigger camera, whatever it is. I want to give my full time this year to YouTube and really grow my channel, because I feel like YouTube right now is the only place that social media is like not so mean. Like, I go through my comments on YouTube and you guys are all so supportive, and you guys give me, you know, advice, and you help me out, and I appreciate all of it. So definitely my biggest plans for this year and for the future is to grow YouTube. And if you think about it, YouTube, the more you do videos, the more all of that's just memories. Those are memories that stay with you, that you can go back to. I love going back to my old videos and seeing how I was, what we did, what I vlogged that day, how I was talking, what I bought. I don't know, like all that is so cool. So definitely grow on YouTube. And the last question actually is, how is pregnancy so far? Did you get stretch marks? And I already answered the how is pregnancy so far. Exhausting. And did I get stretch marks? Yes, I did. As much as I thought I would, no. I don't have my belly full of stretch marks. I do have them at the bottom of my belly, and they just come up like that, but just a little bit. Like, I don't have any like up here. And I did use, let me look that up. I did use a stretch mark lotion, and I did use an oil, and this is the one that I used. This is the stretch mark lotion that I used, and this is the oil that I used. So every single night I would apply the lotion and the oil, and I still do, and they still came out. So I'm a little skeptical about if stretch marks are genetic, or if you don't apply any lotion, that's when they're gonna come out. I don't know, but I applied lotion and I applied oil, and they still came out. On my boobs, they came out, like on my sides, I don't know, they came out. I'm not even like focused on that, to be honest with you. I'm not, because I've had stretch marks in the past from gaining and losing weight, and they haven't gone away, but they turn white, so you can't really see them. Like, I know they're there, but you can't really see them. So yes, I have gotten stretch marks. But that is about it, guys. I love it how I always say that is about it. These questions were pretty good, and I'm glad I had all these answers. I tried to make it as long as possible. But again, if you are new to my channel, make sure that you subscribe down below. If you have any other questions, definitely ask in the comments, and I always reply to the comments, okay? Like, I constantly reply to them. But I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Your face in the crowd. I never thought that I would see you tonight. We lock eyes and you smile.